Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I'm Shreya Dhwandial. Vande Mataram, India's national song, has been controversial for 150 years. And even in a year when it has been given equal status as our national anthem, the debate and the politics over it continues. Now, the latest round is coming from West Bengal, where the 2-week-old Shuvendu Adhikari government has chosen the Vande Mataram to make its opening statement. First, the singing of Vande Mataram was made compulsory in all schools in the state, and now that mandate has expanded to include madrasas as well. So all madrasas, aided or unaided, that are recognized by the government have to ensure that the national song is sung in their morning assembly. The BJP says the time for appeasement and vote bank politics is over. Rules that apply to schools will now apply to madrasas as well. But the opposition parties like the Congress and the Samajwadi Party have raised a flag of Khilafat. They say this is the BJP's fake patriotism that weaponizes national symbols for political gains. As expected, this has started a political firestorm, but interestingly, the TMC has kept quiet on the issue. Listen in.
वंदे मातरम को हम ये नहीं कहते कि गलत है या उसको नहीं होना चाहिए। हमारे जो भाई उसको गाते हैं या उसको पढ़ते हैं, उनका आस्था उसके साथ है। हमें उनसे कोई एतराज नहीं, लेकिन मुसलमानों पर थोपना, चूंकि वंदे मातरम में कुछ सेंटेंस ऐसे हैं जो हमारे जो बुनियादी अकीदा है उसके अगेंस्ट में जाता है। गवर्नमेंट ऑफ वेस्ट बंगाल से भी जो है हम ये गुजारिश करते हैं कि अपने इस फैसले को से जो है वो पीछे हटे, अपने इस फैसले को वापस ले। हम मुसलमान जो है साफ लफ्जों में कहते हैं हम इसको हरगिज एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेंगे। हम इस मुल्क में रहेंगे, हम इस मुल्क से मोहब्बत करते हैं, लेकिन इस मुल्क की हम पूजा नहीं करते हैं। पूजा हम मुसलमान सिर्फ एक अल्लाह, एक ईश्वर की करता है, उसके अलावा किसी की पूजा नहीं करता है।
When the central government has decided that Vande Mataram will be given equal status to the Jan Man Gan in this 150 years of Vande Mataram, every institution should follow this. It's not related with any religion, it's related with our freedom struggle.
संविधान ने सबको धार्मिक स्वतंत्रता दी है। संविधान ने सभी धार्मिक आयोजनों के लिए और धार्मिक संस्थाओं को चलाने के लिए प्रावधान किए हैं कि उनको धार्मिक स्वतंत्रता होगी। तो क्या मैं आपको नमाज पढ़ने के लिए मजबूर कर सकता हूं? आप मुझे वंदना के लिए मजबूर नहीं कर सकते। ये संविधान का अंदर प्रावधान है, तो संवैधानिक प्रावधानों को इनको मानना नहीं है। इन्होंने तो कसम खा ली है कि संविधान को रौंद के जाना है। देश के दलितों को, देश के आदिवासियों को, देश के पिछड़ों को और देश के मुसलमानों को रगड़ करके 2M दर्जे पर रखना है।
For a long time there was a government in West Bengal which was doing Tushtikarn Pro Max. It was giving all the money to the madrasas, more money to madrasas than for entire North Bengal. This entire ecosystem now is objecting to Vande Mataram. Why are they against this national song? And first, Congress has divided Vande Mataram into two parts. They have insulted it already. Now they and their ecosystem, whether it's OAC, Jamiyat Ulema-e-Hind, the entire Tushtikarn Bhaijan, Bhadkao Bhaijan ecosystem opposes it.
नया फेक नेशनलिज्म जो भाजपा देश में चला रही है, तो ये लोग समझ रहे हैं। अदरवाइज बंगाल से तो इसका ओरिजिन है वंदे मातरम का। तो जहाँ जिस चीज़ का ओरिजिन हो उनको आप नए सिरे से याद दिलाना, ये तो सिंपली असली चीज़ों से ध्यान भटकाने वाली बात है। इतनी माइनॉरिटीज़ है देश में और माइनॉरिटीज़ को टारगेट करके मेजॉरिटी को लुभाने का काम, और जबकि मेजॉरिटी कम्युनिटी के लिए भी कोई एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी कदम तो उठाया नहीं।
कांग्रेस ने 1937 में वंदे मातरम को खंडित किया था, वो भी जिन्ना की दबाव पर। और कांग्रेस और समाजवादी की पार्टी का तो स्टैंड भी पुराना है। समाजवादी पार्टी तो लोहिया जी को भूल गए हैं, जो जाति का नाम पर पूरा समाज को बांटने का कोशिश करता है, जो एंटी नेशनल, एंटी इंडियन एलिमेंट्स का साथ लेकर चलता है। उससे क्या वंदे मातरम को शिक्षण लेना जरूरी है?
हिंदू स्कूल को हिंदू का बंधन करे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, लेकिन कोई मुसलमान को ऊपर कोई हिंदू का स्लोगान, कोई भारत माता बंधन का स्लोगान जोरपूर्वक को मेरे को लागू कर देगा तो ये अच्छा नहीं लगेगा। प्रॉब्लम कोई नहीं है, लेकिन इनको प्रेशर नहीं डालना चाहिए। कोई व्हिप नहीं देना चाहिए, खास करके गाएगी कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, लेकिन मैंडेटरी नहीं होना चाहिए।
वंदे मातरम के प्रति किसी भी तरह की सांप्रदायिक असहिष्णुता और स्पृश्यता स्वीकार नहीं होगी।
Now, ladies and gentlemen, Muslim organizations have long argued that their opposition to singing the Vande Mataram stems from not about their lack of patriotism. It is about faith. Simply put, they say we love India, but we cannot worship it because Islam prohibits the worship of anyone other than Allah. All this was part of the 20-hour debate, ladies and gentlemen, that we saw in Parliament last year when India celebrated Vande Mataram's 150th anniversary. Post that, the Government of India gave the national song the same legal status as the national anthem and mandated that all 6 stanzas will be sung at government events. The specific instruction for schools was that the national song may be sung in morning assemblies. May being something that I want to underline, because it also raises then the question, can its singing be made mandatory by the West Bengal government? Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Supreme Court too has clarified that the MHA has issued an advisory and that a refusal to sing the national song will not invite any punishment. So 2 questions this evening then. Is opposing the singing of the national song an unpatriotic act? Is it a loyalty test that is being imposed on Muslims? Or is there merit in Shuvendu Adhikari's argument that the rules have to be same for schools and madrasas? If the national anthem, if the national song, I beg your pardon, is compulsory in schools, then it has to be sung in madrasas as well. That debate with my guest this evening, Charu Pragya, spokesperson of the Congress Party. Imran Ahmed Ali is a lawyer joining us on the broadcast. Asif Ansari is a political analyst. Dr. Fahim Beg is a social activist. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you what is interesting about our panel. What is interesting about our panel is while the Congress Party has been giving sound bites on the issue, they are saying they are not going to participate in a debate. What is also interesting is that the TMC has kept very quiet about this entire issue. Having told our viewers all of that, let me begin with Charu Pragya, spokesperson of the BJP. Charu Pragya, the charge against you essentially is this. The charge against Shuvendu Adhikari's BJP government in West Bengal is essentially this, that you are making Vande Mataram a loyalty test for Muslims. Nahi gaoge, then you're not patriotic.
Shreya, good evening. See, this debate of Vande Mataram has been conducted many times over. And I want to stress on one thing. The most important thing is that what is the entire song about? Vande Mataram is about paying homage to your motherland, to Mother India, to the land that you are born and nurtured in. So I really don't know why it is always looked upon from a lens of communalism by all these opposition parties. And I say all these opposition parties because their level of appeasement politics has fallen to such a low that even our Rashtragan, which is about hailing our motherland, looks communal to them. Another thing is that shouldn't education be imparted equally in whichever place it is imparting it in our country? So if there is one rule for a school, why should it be very different from a madrasa? Educational institutions are for other minority communities as well. So they have not complained. Have you ever heard that a Jain school is complaining about singing Vande Mataram, or a Sikh institution or a Christian institution has a problem with it? It is usually concentrated in areas where the opposition political parties are trying to use Muslims as their vote bank and nothing else. So today, if we are saying, and Uttar Pradesh also it happened, right? A syllabus was made standardized for every single school, including madrasas, because education is being imparted there. So why can we not have uniformity across the country for several things? And I think this is a great step by the West Bengal Chief Minister. Thank you for it.
Uniformity is the logic that the West Bengal government is also giving. They are saying if Santhal medium schools have no problem in singing the Vande Mataram, why should any madrasa have a problem? But then Santhal Santhal schools are not the same as madrasas, right? And you asked me, can we just put that graphic back? Because Charu spoke about...
You know, the Muslim angle actually goes for a toss, Shreya.
Ek minute, Charu. You asked me, what is it that the Vande Mataram actually means? It means bowing your head. Ek minute. bowing your head to the motherland, all right. But it also, the 6 stanzas, if you look at the 6 stanzas, they also say to the mother, you are Lakshmi, you are Saraswati, you are Durga. The argument that the Khilafat Committee is making or the opposition is making is that Islam prohibits you from, bowing your head in front of anyone apart from Allah. That it clashes with Islam directly, which is why we don't want to sing it. We love our country, but we can't worship it. Charu.
Yes, I wanted to respond to that. Can I?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah. So, कभी-कभी मुझको ऐसे लगता है that logic died in irony, like I said, with these parties, because who was the president of Congress at the time before independence when Vande Mataram was introduced? It was Maulana Azad ji. Maulana Azad ji was a Muslim. Nobody can come here and question his religion. He was a devout Muslim, but he was also a devout nationalist. And it was under his presidency that Vande Mataram, the entire unabridged full version of it, was sung at every single Congress meeting before independence. You know when this changed? It changed only after Nehruji became president of the Congress. Then they started their appeasement politics from that time. And before Nehruji, it was always a permanent part. So are you trying to say that all the Muslims who were a part of India's struggle for independence, including Maulana Azad ji, were not Muslim enough? I'm sorry. This argument doesn't hold ground anywhere. And ये देश संविधान से चलेगा, उम्मा से नहीं चल सकता.
Okay. Asif Ansari, would you want to come in here?
Well, Shreya, I was listening carefully to Charu. Okay, so congratulations, Charu, that the BJP has got a clear mandate in West Bengal and you form a government. Heartiest congratulations to you. But I just simply want to understand that why it's been so selective and it is so palpable to see that targeting a particular religious sentiments of Muslim. This was the real manifesto of the BJP of coming to the West Bengal, because their manifesto was the development. My straight questions to you is reciting Vande Mataram in a madrasa will make a 3 trillion economies to the West Bengal. West Bengal was always considered as the poorest state, one of the poorest state of India.
It will.
Why?
And I will
yes,
tell you
it
how.
was
Yes.
there. It was there. So there are many things which can be taking a corrective measure if you find that it is not that reciting a namaz, offering a namaz on road, because it has been always said that there is a scarcity of masjid and not the places, though they are offering namaz on a roadside. The corrective measure will be taken by the Muslim community to make a bigger places where the obstruction should not be there, because that is the Islamic teaching that the road should not be obstructed by your devotion, that the roadway should be clear. That is a real part of teaching of Islam. So we totally accept this and welcome all this process by the West Bengal government. But again, the bone of contention is that reciting a Vande Mataram, because there are some lines which are really objectionable, as you have shown in your screen, that Durga Tumi Darshana Darani, means you are the Durga bearer, 10 weapons. Then the second line, Kamala Kamala Dala Virani, you are the Lakshmi moving upon the lotus petal. The third line is Vani Vidhani, you are the Saraswati giving the knowledge. We accept and we totally respect all the goddesses, because Bengal has always been performed and they are always respected the goddess. If you see, the most of the women goddesses have been worshipped mostly in compared to the India side. If you see, Lakshmi has been puja, you see Durga puja, if you see Mahalaya puja, if you see all these pujas. Let me just finish. Give me one sentence. If there should be any reformation in the Vande Mataram, that these two lines should not be recited in the madrasa. Let madrasa people to recite Vande Mataram. Let madrasa people to recite. Let edit this thing.
Asif, here's the problem. When it was just 2 stanzas, when the rest of the stanzas that Muslims have an objection with, that we've just shown on our screens, that you are Mother Lakshmi, you are Mother, you are Mother Saraswati. Even when that didn't exist, right? First, I mean, the Congress did drop 4 stanzas and just retain 2, so that Vande Mataram was more inclusive. Even then, the Muslims had a problem with it. Even then, they were not singing
exactly.
it.
No, that might be a different thing. As a progressive Muslim person, I must welcome these things to be recited in a madrasa or in a colleges. But instead of going to a regressive political rhetoric, I think the West Bengal, new incumbent West Bengal should induct new IT section over there. Should be should be
Charu,
AI should be introduced to the madrasa. This will be a more welcoming than telling student to recite this Vande Mataram.
Charu?
That is not a very jingoistic nationalism putting by the BJP.
Yes,
I think if the government comes with a more progressive education syllabus,
absolutely not. I think you completely missed the memo.
Just now I heard.
Acha, theek hai. Let Charu respond, then we'll go to others. Charu, respond.
Can I respond?
Yes, Charu, respond. And also respond to what Imran Masood is saying.
Neither regressive. It is neither aggressive.
Imran Masood is saying we can't force Hindus to recite, the Quran. You can't do that. You can't force Hindus to do namaz. Then why are you forcing us?
Yes, I'm coming to exactly. And Shreya, that's the point and difference. We are not asking them to chant Hanuman Chalisa. This is nothing to do with anybody's religion. We are talking about our country. And please tell me, even before the 6 stanzas were made official, even while the stanzas were 2, even while these apparently objectionable statements that you are putting on your screen now and the TMC spokesperson is talking about today, do you think opposition netas were happy to be singing Vande Mataram? Absolutely not. Unke hisab se to Bharat Mata ki Jai bolna is also communal. That is the level to which they have fallen. And I'm sorry, it is not regressive. When we are talking about
in all Congress,
when
in all Congress functions as well.
When we're talking about one united identity. No. Now, Shreya, please, it is the same Congress which chopped it down. And today, Shashi Tharoor has also, in 2009, he made a statement. He went to a church and he proposed to the Christians that you don't have to be singing it. BSP MPs have walked out of parliament because Vande Mataram was being sung. I can give you numerous examples. But here is the point I want to make. You are being asked to show respect to your motherland. This is going to integrate people into the idea of India, which is very important. This is civilizational. It is not regressive. And I think opposition people need to take a closer look at their intention.
Charu, Muslims are not integrated to the idea of India.
कि मौलाना आजाद मुस्लिम नहीं थे.
I'm asking you, according to the BJP, Muslims are not integrated to the idea of India. Answer my question.
Absolutely they are. Absolutely they are. Absolutely they are. But there is a section of people which is being भड़काउड by the opposition because it serves their politics. ये imposition नहीं है भाई. आप अगर जनगण मन गाते हैं, अपना राष्ट्रगीत गाते हैं, तो राष्ट्रगान गा सकते हैं ना. It's at the same level.
Dr.
And I ask you, and I'm asking this to Asif. Are you going to say मौलाना आजाद मुसलमान नहीं थे? मौलाना आजाद ने इंट्रोड्यूस किया था ना.
डॉक्टर फहीम बेग,
ये आजादी के पहले कांग्रेस की हर मीटिंग में
डॉक्टर फहीम बेग, ठीक है,
आप कह सकते हो वो मुसलमान नहीं थे. बोल दो. पहले श्रेया के शो पर इसी को आंसर करो. फहीम भी और
डॉक्टर बेग नहीं,
पहले ये बताएं, या तो ये मौलाना आजाद जी को मुसलमान मानते नहीं है, और अगर वो गा सकते हैं तो आपको क्या आपत्ति है?
चारू जी पूरी इज्जत से मैं आपको बोलना चाहता हूं कि अगर एक मुसलमान भारत को भारत माता नहीं बोलता है तो क्या उसका नेशनलिज्म कम हो जाएगी, उसकी मोहब्बत कम हो जाएगी? मैं आपको चारू बहन नहीं कह के चारू कहूंगा तो क्या आपकी इज्जत कम हो जाएगी? तो मुसलमानों को भारत माँ ही बुलवाना क्या है? इसी माँ बोलने से क्या भारतवासी हो जाएंगे? अपना गर्दन कटा के दे देंगे.
लेकिन डॉक्टर फहीम बेग, a mother has the greatest. एक मिनट, both of you now, just a minute. Let Dr. Beg come in. But Dr. Beg, here's the point: the mother or the madre has the highest status in Islam, much higher than the father. If the country you live in, is being compared to a motherland, if we are saying we bow to our mother, what on earth can be the problem with that? As Charu says, no one is asking Muslims to recite the Hanuman Chalisa. This is a national song that they are being asked to recite. It is not a worship. It is not a prayer.
सबसे पहले मैं चारू जी से गुजारिश करूंगा, जरा सोशल मीडिया खोल के देखिए. आपकी भारतीय जनता पार्टी जो पूरे विश्व की सबसे बड़ी पार्टी होने है, जैसा कहा जाता है, कॉकरोच जनता पार्टी उसे पीछे छोड़ चुकी है. इधर उधर के चक्कर में मत पड़िए. बंगाल आपका हो चुका है. अब देश को बचाइए और अपनी पार्टी को बचाइए. ये जेनजी जो है कहीं ना कहीं देख लीजिए क्या हाल शुरू कर दे. उधर देखिए.
second.
अभी
because
तक
he's starting with
अभी
the
तक वो
first
कांग्रेस
Charu ji,
जनता
please.
पार्टी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी बनी नहीं है, कल बन जाए कुछ पता नहीं, लेकिन आज तो नहीं है।
चारू जी, श्रेया जी, चारू जी से बोलिए प्लीज।
अच्छा चलिए चारू, एक मिनट डॉक्टर बेग को बोलने दो। चारू 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 अब लेट्स प्लीज इन आवर शो वी लेट डॉक्टर बेग स्पीक। बोलिए डॉक्टर बेग।
पहला,
अरे डॉक्टर बेग बोलिए।
जी जी, मेरी आवाज आ रही है आपको?
आवाज तो आ रही है लेकिन फोटो चली गई।
हाँ, बीच में कॉल आ गया था।
हाँ
तो मैं ये पूछना चाहता हूँ कि ये जो जिस तरीके से बंगाल को जीता गया, जितने सुनहरे सपने इन्होंने दिखाए थे, अब जब सत्ता में आने के बाद देखा कि प्रैक्टिकली इन सबको करना पड़ेगा, तो सबसे पहला इनका जो बैकफायर हुआ, ये जो खान पान को लेकर इनके मंत्रियों ने जो कल तक जो है कस्में खाते थे।
बोलिए, आप दिख रहे हैं।
मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
बिल्कुल, अब आपकी आवाज भी आ रही है और आप दिख भी रहे हैं, थैंकफुली। बोलिए।
तो मैं मसला सारा क्या है कि जो इन्होंने सुनहरे सपने जनता को दिखाए थे, वो इन सब पे बैकफायर हो रहा है। क्योंकि जब ये सत्ता में आ गए, जैसे तैसे जो भी जुगाड़ करके जिस तरह से सत्ता में आए हैं, साम दाम दंड भेद जो लगाकर, तो अब हुआ क्या है कि अब इनके जो है सर पर ये आंच मड़ी है कि अब जनता को जो वादे किए थे वो कैसे पूरे किए जाए। तो इन्होंने साइड में फिर वही अपना पुराना जो इनका एजेंडा है, अपीजमेंट, ये इल्जाम लगाते हैं विपक्ष पे कि विपक्ष अपीजमेंट करती है किसी भी पर्टिकुलर कम्युनिटी की। मगर सबसे बड़े अपीजर जो है, अपीजमेंट करने वाली पार्टी आज की भारतीय जनता पार्टी है, जो बहुसंख्यक को सुनहरी सपने दिखाकर और उधर धर्म का पाठ पढ़ाकर सत्ता में तो जैसे तैसे आ जाते हैं। मगर सत्ता में जिस प्रकार से आप देखें, दिल्ली में इनका वादा था महिला समृद्धि 2500 रुपए महीना देंगे, 1 साल से ज्यादा हो गया, अभी तक कोई सिलसिला नहीं है। प्रधानमंत्री ने जिससे वादे किए थे कि मैं दूसरे जैसी पहली कैबिनेट मीटिंग होगी हम आपको सिलेंडर देंगे, मगर नहीं दिया। तो वो सपने पूरे करने की बजाय ये इस तरह की पिच पर आके खेलते हैं कि जनता आपस में इस तरह के मुद्दों पर उलझी रहे और ये साइड का रास्ता पकड़कर निकल जाए।
ठीक है, तो मैं कह रही हूँ मुस्लिम्स इस ट्रैप, आपकी आवाज आ रही है, तो मुस्लिम्स इस ट्रैप में क्यों फंस रहे हैं? अगर वंदे मातरम का ऑर्डर आ गया है मदरसे में, तो गा लीजिए वंदे मातरम, क्या फरक पड़ा है? नेशनल सॉन्ग तो है, और अगर स्कूल्स में गाया जा रहा है तो मदरसों में भी गाया जाएगा, ये बीजेपी बोल रही है।
भारत के संविधान में जो पैरा है 25 से लेकर 28 तक, उसमें साफ साफ तौर पे कहा गया है कि हर भारतवासी को अपने धर्म के प्रसार प्रचार और मानने की पूरी आजादी है। इनका करना क्या है कि संविधान में जिस तरह से ये घालमेल कर लोगों को बेवकूफ बनाकर, और सुनिए जनता अब इनके खिलाफ खड़ी हो गई है। मैं फिर वही कहूंगा कि आप खामोशी से
अभी बंगाल जीते हैं, आप कह रहे हैं जनता खड़ी हो गई है इनके खिलाफ, कैसी बात कर रहे हैं?
देखिए ना, एक ही रात में कितने जेंजी ने आकर जो इनको बता दिया है कि जितने बेरोजगार हैं सब इनके अब आने वाले हैं सामने।
चलिए,
ये धीरे धीरे ये जो नीचे जो आग के नीचे चिंगारी है ना, ये कब आग बन जाए, ये बस इनको अब ये देखना चाहिए, अब इधर उधर की बात ना करेंगे।
अच्छा ठीक है, एक मिनट। इमरान अहमद अली, एज अ प्रैक्टिसिंग मुस्लिम, कैन आई आस्क यू इफ the singing of Vande Mataram, all 6 stanzas, according to you, is anti-Islamic, and therefore what the BJP government in Bengal is doing is counter-appeasement. Hindus को appease कर रही है।
Shreya, I'm the wrong person to ask because Bharat Mata ki Jai, Vande Mataram, and I have no problem in saying it. However, let us go back to the fact that while our freedom fighters used Vande Mataram to unite us Indians against the British, the current government is trying to make Indians fight against Indians. Problem is that Vande Mataram precedes the formation of India in itself by 65 years. Now, when India was formulated into this beautiful country that we live in, it was formulated into a secular nation in which you have to be acceptable to everyone. I come from a family which is multi-religious. I come from a family where my grandfather served the country. So I am a patriot by heart. However, I certainly feel that when you try to force something down, which someone does not agree to, that is not in the spirit of our nation. When we talk about Vande Mataram in itself, there is a historical reason why 2 stanzas were adopted and that became our national song, because it had to be inclusive to everyone. No matter how hard Charuji tries to issue, certificates of patriotism through singing of all 6 stanzas, that is not what India is, Charuji. India consists of a tricolor which belongs to all of us. Now, if you ask me specifically, do I have a problem in singing it? No. But do I feel that something which goes against Article 25 in the mind of an ordinary citizen of India, should it be forced down someone's gullet? No. So this is the long and short of it.
Okay.
If you try and tell me to sing it, I have no problem. I will sing the entire 6 stanzas because that is who I am as an individual. But should you force everyone to sing it who feel that it conflicts with their religious identity? No, you should not be forcing it
And
down someone.
therefore, Charuf Pragya, I want to ask you, since you're also a lawyer, a trained lawyer. Since you're a trained lawyer, this is also what I want to ask you. The fact is that we've heard from the Supreme Court of India. The fact is that we've seen the MHA order. The MHA order, when it comes to, and can we put the MHA order out as well? When it specifically comes to schools, it says that Vande Mataram, the national song, may be sung during morning assembly. The matter, in fact, had reached the Supreme Court as well. And what has the Supreme Court said? The Supreme Court has said this is just an advisory. There is no penal action or punishment will take place if the Vande Mataram is not sung. You have to respect it. You have to stand when it is being sung. But if you decide not to sing it, no penal action. So I want to ask you how the Shubhendu Adhikari government will actually implement its orders in madrasas. Or was it just about optics? Optics karke chhod diya. Gaye na gaye, we don't care anymore.
नहीं, ऑप्टिक्स की बात नहीं है. पहले तो मैंने राष्ट्रगीत और राष्ट्रगान को एक ही बटन पे रखा है. आई हैव पुट इट ऑन द सेम प्लेटफॉर्म. आई एम सेइंग दैट इफ यू आर एबल टू पे होमेज टू योर मदरलैंड इन वन वे, फॉर अनदर थिंग आई डोंट नो व्हाई यू आर लुकिंग फॉर दीज सिमिलीज, एंड आई वेरी क्लियरली आस्क्ड द 3 men on your panel today, are you going to say Maulana Azad was not a Muslim? Because he didn't just sing it, he made it compulsory to be sung in every single Congress meeting. Right, so for all those people who still call it the grand old party, etc., you've not once commented on Maulana Azad, and I would like you to do so. The second thing is, your second panelist started off with a reference to the Cockroach Janata Party. Now, if you look at meta-analytics, and I don't know if that word got through, that party has got followers only 9% from India. Everybody else comes from other countries, majority of them being Pakistan, United States and Bangladesh. So there. So I don't know why you are boasting about it so much. It's just a satire account, but well, that's your kind of politics. If you've been on social media, hey, you don't need MLAs and
Now
MPs.
answer my question, Charu.
And lastly and most importantly, Shreya, we have seen that education has to be directioned. Yes, education has to be directioned in a way that a student learns to be loyal to their country. We have seen a lot of times a doctor or an engineer will carry out acts not just against the country, also against humanity. If you look at the bomb blast at Red Fort in Delhi last year, they were carried out by doctors. So, and I can give you various such references. If education does not bring you back to a space where you're supposed to remain loyal to your own country, then there is no point of education like that. In fact, the new education policy centers around the fact that all education has to, of course, give you skilling, but make you a better citizen at the end of the day. If you're going to consider yourself different from everybody else, and you're not the only minority religion in this country, mind you, you're not even the minority, you're the second largest majority, and yet you have a bone to pick about every single thing that happens on principle, because आपको कुछ constructive चीज तो मिलती नहीं है बात करने के लिए. So maybe you can begin by making a comment on Maulana Azad ji, and then
I will let Dr. Beg answer, but Charu, I will say this. I will let Dr. Beg answer, but Charu, I will say this. You have still not answered my question. I asked you a specific question because you're a lawyer. The Supreme Court says its singing is not mandatory. The MHA order says may, not shall. So how will the Shubhendu Adhikari government even implement it? Forget the fact that the matter will go to court.
No, let the matter go to court, Shreya. In fact, I agree with you to a certain point that he can only urge. But let me tell you, Uttar Pradesh has benefited from making everything uniform across schools, across madrasas, across every education institution. So if there is some kind of an order which makes things more equal and more uniform, it should be welcomed. And I'm telling you one more thing. The West Bengal that we are discussing today is not the West Bengal of 1 month ago. This West Bengal is actually going to embrace it because it is no longer being ruled by a tyrant who, according to whom, jail kara deni chahiye thi if somebody chanted Jai Shri Ram. That was the point at which West Bengal had gotten. So all the more reason that a song which unites us as Indians and everybody else is happy to sing it must be made compulsory across
Okay.
the board. Why not? I'm all for it.
Okay, first Dr. Beg and then Asif Ansari, and we'll wrap the show.
मैं पूछना चाहता हूं, शुभेंदु अधिकारी ने देश की संविधान पर हाथ रख के कसम खाई थी या किसी और किताब पर, कि उस व्यक्ति को ये मालूम ही नहीं कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट, होम मिनिस्ट्री और जो बड़ी बड़ी एजेंसीज है, उन्होंने जिस बात को लेकर कहा है कि आपकी इच्छा है, आप इसे गाएं या ना गाएं, ये आपका निजी फैसला है, उस व्यक्ति ने जिस प्रकार से खड़े होकर मुख्यमंत्री पद की कसम खाई है, मैं पूछना चाहता हूं कि उस व्यक्ति का संविधान में कितना विश्वास है, या सिर्फ वो हिंदू मुस्लिम करने के लिए, क्योंकि कांग्रेस में जिस प्रकार से वो पकड़ा गया था भ्रष्टाचार करते हुए, इसी भाजपा ने उसको वॉशिंग मशीन में डालकर मुख्यमंत्री बना दिया। आज उसको गले लगाया जा रहा है, प्रधानमंत्री खुद उसकी जो है बखिया उधेड़ते थे प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में या मंच पर, आज उसको मुख्यमंत्री बना दिया, क्योंकि उनकी रोटियां सिर्फ इसीलिए सीधी होती हैं क्योंकि वो देश की दो बड़े समुदाय को लड़ाकर देश पर राज कर देश का नुकसान कर रहे हैं।
Okay, Asif, I can give you 10 seconds.
Yeah, I just want to directly contact with Charu, that she said that if a person who does not sing Vande Mataram is not going to be a patriotic. So I must say, Charu, those who have not sung the Vande Mataram, if you go to the India Gate, you will see the 10th out of 10,000, there are at least 850 names of the Muslims are there. So if somebody have an objection of not singing Vande Mataram will not make them a less patriotic, that should be taken for a granted. You should take it as a direct statement and a strong statement.
चारू, इस देश के लिए खून तो सबका बहा है, मुसलमान का भी बहा है, हिंदू का भी बहा है, सिख का भी बहा है, पारसी का भी बहा है।
इस बात से तो इनकार नहीं है, लेकिन
मौलाना आजाद पर लेकिन इन्होंने कमेंट नहीं करा है। मौलाना आजाद पर इन्होंने कमेंट
नहीं, मौलाना आजाद, चारू, since you have said this 4 times, I think Imran did respond to you.
Certificate to Maulana Azad. We are not in a position to give any certificate to Maulana Azad, whether he was a Muslim or he was not a Muslim, or he was not a pure Muslim, while only because he have chanted or he has sung the Vande Mataram.
I'll answer. We all know today sitting on this panel that this is pure optics. We know that it is the intention, the anti-Muslim agenda that they further. However, let's go back to history, a small history lesson. 1937, the Congress met in Faizpur, and there the Vande Mataram, the 2 stanzas were adopted. Now, let's go back to the fact that this was a session that was attended by the father of the nation. So a panel of 4 plus you has more sense, according to Charuji and the current government, than our original freedom fighters, because of whom we sit today in an independent India in the nature that it is. So I just don't understand that how everyone does not look past this Hindu versus Muslim agenda in everything. You asked her a specific question, no reply. I would like to reply, this is pure optics. This is just to show their vote bank that we are anti-Muslim, and that is all that we do.
Charu, 10 seconds. The charge is against you, therefore 10 seconds to respond, and then we'll wrap.
No, the charge only comes, Shreya, because they understand that their time of appeasement politics is over. It's being proved across the country, and it's being proved with resounding affirmation that nobody is now coming down to their way of thinking, whichever state you look at. That is why they pick up these debates. Otherwise, I don't even see the reason for debate. Because if one song is your Rashtragan, I don't even see the logic behind this debate. The only thing you want to hold on to is your vote bank, which you're losing. You've lost.
Charu, debates are good for democracy. They keep democracies healthy. So it's good to debate. We'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much. I think all of us have heard all sides. Our viewers are smart and very, very intelligent. They can pick whichever side they want to. Thank you very much, Charu Pragya, for joining us on the broadcast. Imran Ahmed Ali, thank you very much. Asif Ansari, thank you. Dr. Fahim Beg, thank you very much for your time. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, a quick break. There's much more on the other side. Lots more news. Do stay with us.